Hello, everybody. Welcome to Lunchtime Detroit Lions Talk. It's brought to you by the Belly Up Sports Network. Of course, Detroit Lions on the prowl. Today, we're going to talk about the pros and cons of trading for All-Pro cornerback Xavien Howard. And but first, before we get into all that, we got all kinds of stuff to bring for you today. I'm going to kick it to my main man, the man of steel himself, Curt Steele.
What up, dog? Welcome to the show, people. It's the premiere. You know it airs at 11 a.m. If you can't make it right now, which is at 11, go back. It's available anytime after the premiere airs. And as always, join the family. Subscribe to the channel. We don't have fans. We don't have viewers. We have family. And it's all love right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Now it's time to bring in the third man of the crew. Who?
Coach Jones. Who is Coach Mike Jones? What's going on, Lion fans?
Let's get this thing started.
Right now.
There you go.
It's Detroit Lions Talk, baby.
We're going to get up, and on the way up, we're going to bite the kneecap off.
Yes, sir. We in the deep. Welcome back to the show, people. Now it's time to talk about the Lions may be a potential trade partner with the Dolphins for one All-Pro cornerback Xavien Howard. Jim, what you got?
Well, this is because of his contract dispute with the Miami Dolphins. So I don't know that this is something that the Lions are actually putting out there, but this is from an article from Fan Nation All Lions, who we're talking about the pros and cons of signing Xavien Howard or getting him here. I don't like this trade. I'm going to be straight up honest with y'all. We keep it 100 here. This is the dumbest idea I think I've seen in a long time. The dude is going to be owed like $14 million. So there's 14 million reasons why that I don't want to have him here. The only thing is he's 27 years old. He's right in the prime of his career. He is an all-pro. It does help out the safeties of the younger guys that we already have. But dude just got a contract extension and he's holding out for contract issues and he's being paid $14 million a year. Plus, we have to give up assets to get him. And I'm not willing to part with some assets to get him in a year that I don't think we're going to win a whole lot anyway. What you got about this, Curt?
Yeah, I mean, you look at the pros of this deal. I'm like, okay, the guy's 27 years old. He's still fairly young. Had an all-pro season. 10 interceptions, the first time anyone has had double-digit interceptions to lead the league since 2007 when there was Antonio Cromartie. Stellar year last year. I mean, the guy has a ton of upside, but the only issue for me is really, besides the money, last year was the only year he's played a full season. Since
then he fits right in, Curt.
Yeah, he fits the adage of when healthy. You know what I'm saying? The guy has been hurt. Now I understand he's trying to set the market. The guy was arguably one of the top defensive players in the league last year. I mean, not just defensive backs, but the league. The guy finished up in the top of the defensive player of the year voting, right behind what's my man out of there at the Rams. He's been winning every year since
Ramsey.
Again.
Jalen Ramsey?
Not Ramsey. Aaron Donald. He's that defensive player of the year candidate, like right behind Aaron Donald. So this guy, he is a excellent player, and he could come in and bring a solid presence to the secondary. However, space, yeah, it's a lot to give up. We're just getting out of the cap hell and the dead space next, after this season. So why give that much assets up for a guy who's often injured, but he's still, I give it to him. I understand what he's doing with the contract dispute. Everybody's like, oh, the money, honey. But compared to what the league makes, and then what he's trying to do, he's trying to set the market for his position. That's what him and his agents are trying to do. They're trying to set the market of what cornerbacks that play at an elite level will get going forward. So, I mean, because unless really the quarterback position really sets the market itself. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like really it's just going to go up just because of the position. Skill position players have to set their own market for themselves with the help of their agent. So that's what they're trying. That's what he's trying to do. But I can't see Mike Disner making this deal. I can't see Brad Holmes signing off on this. getting us out of the cap hell that we are in going forward, I just can't see that this is a good move for the Lions.
Right. When you think about what Darius Slay got, and then you think about Howard, you're like, okay, it seems reasonable, right? He, I think Darius Slay got like 16 million, didn't he?
Yeah, something like that.
So Howard, who I think is a step above Darius Slay, he wants, what he thinks he deserves, but not so fast. I'm on my league Corso. I wouldn't pay that money in Detroit, man. Not in the rebuild process. We're not in the position to pay for any stars, overpay. We already got a healthy contract in Trey Flowers. We got to figure out how to get rid of. We got Jared Goff, who decided to kind of take his money in other ways and stuff like that. So, I mean, I just wouldn't, because as of right now, that's messing up the draft picks and the cap space that we're looking to move forward, and it just takes away from what we're trying to do for the future. But I understand, Howard. You're a top 3 corner in this league, so so hey, get your money, man. Just don't get it in Detroit.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And like the article said, why would Brian Flores get rid of this guy? Why would he let him walk out the door? This guy is one of the top defensive players in the league. I wouldn't let that guy walk out the door. You know what I'm saying? I would, hell, I don't care. Pay him in tipsy pops or something. I don't know. Pay him something because of the fact that this would be, if we made this deal, we will be right back in the secret suck sauce, because we would definitely put ourselves behind the power curve.
I think we would too. I just think it's not a good deal for us where we're at this point in time. Maybe if this wasn't a disgruntled guy, and seems like there's some problems there. But speaking of corners, Mike, your news and rumors topic has to do with a certain corner that resides here in Detroit now.
Yeah, and his name is the infamous Jeffrey Okudah. Okay, and we all know he had a horrible rookie season. People are saying, back up him because he's a rookie. But when you're ranked 125th out of 136 cornerbacks, okay, and you allow a passer rating of 112, wow. People they're looking for what can make sense out of this whole situation. And the injury, people are hanging on to that injury. They grasping like, look, he was injured. They're trying to make some sense of how in the hell he fell off like that. Well, there's another part of that comes into play, and that is, now granted, he was number 3, so this is something that you're gonna have to face, but he had the highest percentage of PPF top 10 wide receivers that he guarded for a rookie cornerback in 2020. Okay, and that's 42.6% of the time. So, when you think about the top guys, Devontae Adams, Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, that he had to face week in and week out, so you're just looking for something, okay? For something that, what, we can give him a little break, because that number 3 status just, man, that just puts you on another level. Like, you better be all that you can be, okay, at that number 3 pick. But when you think about it, add to the fact that all off season was over Zoom. You got no on the field on the off season, right? It was all over Zoom. So you take that into play, you mix it with the injury, you mix it with the fact that he's 42.6% of the time guarding top 10 receivers. Okay, I'm gonna give you a pass for last season, Jeff. Okay, I understand, but hey, this season you better come back with guns a-blazing.
I totally agree with that.
Agree with that, yeah.
And I think that I think if you kick him to safety, that's probably his best position, to be quite honest.
Well, I'm not okay. I will say this, and I mean we'll wrap it up with you take a often a guy who's injured, and then you put him against the top receiver, and because you left a name out of there who was one of the top receivers in the league, Allen Robinson from the Bears.
Yep.
He covered all those guys. I mean, you take a guy who was a top 3 pick and he's injured, and you throw him to the Wolves and you put him against all the top wide receivers in the league. And not to mention who he faced out there in Arizona. What's my man? DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy faced some top talent in the league last year. So I'm not giving him an excuse. I mean, it is what it is, but he wasn't given the best situation coming out of the draft either, being injured. And then I can't understand how he didn't learn much, coming out of school with the regime we had. We had Corey Unley, who was a really good secondary coach in Philly, and you bring him in and his secondary is trash. He's not teaching the players anything. So I hope he can have a better year under Aubrey Pleasant and Aaron Glenn. I'm just looking forward to him this year. I think he'll be a lot better. I think we have a big sophomore jump from that rookie season.
I think those Zoom meetings killed that whole. I think everything being on Zoom that kills your on the field.
Yeah, we had a very down rookie class with the defense last year.
Yeah, we did. Now let's jump over to Detroit Lions on the Prowl trivia. What do we got today? Who is the shortest player on the team according to the roster? The shortest player.
It's got to be one of two guys. So it's either Kennedy or what's his name? Ratliff that came over from the Titans, the kick returner.
It is neither one of those.
What?
Nope.
Neither one of those guys?
Nope, it's Victor Bolden. He's 5'8".
Victor Bolden is only 5'8".
5'9".
Victor Bolden is 5'8", according to the roster.
Right. Swift 5'9".
That means he's taller.
Yeah, Swift is 5'9". Yeah.
I know he was around there somewhere. So I'm like,
I cannot believe Victor Bolden's only 5'8".
5'8". I was like, holy cow! I didn't know that either. To be honest,
that's got to be a typo, man. He looks taller than that.
He's quick.
Hey, that's good. Who won, man?
Yeah, on Facebook, Charles James won, and on Twitter, it was SportsBurner313. It looks like a burner account to me. No, I'm kidding.
Y'all
all right, so that's your
people, boy. Y'all some Googling people. Y'all be
Googling people. I don't know.
They say they weren't Googling. They just went straight to the Detroit Lions website. They ain't got Google that. That's their homepage.
Right. It just pops up. Goodness gracious. You might be right about that. Anyway, if you want to play the game, it's on Facebook or Twitter, our Facebook page or group, and on Twitter as well. So
good job, guys.
Where do we go to from now? Oh, now we go to my news and rumors topic. This is an interesting one. I almost made it the main course today because I thought it was very interesting. So I'm going to have my friends here weigh in on this one as well. Who is the best Detroit Lions player right now, currently? I have Frank Ragnow as my number one. I'm starting to think. I think Jared Goff has some question marks. DeAndre Swift is his second year, but the most proven player on the team for me is Frank Ragnow. Who do you have, Curt?
You said it. Frank, you're right. Frank the Tank. Big Bang Frank is the best player on the Lions. He's the best guy that we have on the roster right now. He's the most proven. I just think that he's just a step above everyone else. I mean, even look at Taylor Decker, who's become a really good, solid left tackle in the league. He's just a little bit step above of Taylor Decker, but because he's going to be an All-Pro. I mean, he's one of the best centers in the league.
Yes.
And it's hard to say, look at a roster and say, oh, hey, your offense, your center is your best player on the team. But hell, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
He is the best player on the team.
I already know what Mike's going to say. He's going to say Will Harris, but
yeah. No. Mike, what you got, man?
Not so fast.
Okay.
You have to. Jared Goff has to be the best player on the team because
why?
Because he's been the furthest. He's been to Pro Bowl twice. Okay, he went to a Super Bowl. Okay, so he's by far the best player. Now you want to talk about potential. Frank Ragnow, obviously, but Jared Goff. When you think of a quarterback, you got to be the leader of a team, and you've led your team to a Super Bowl. You went to Pro Bowls, which are those are selfish stats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but quarterback wins isn't a stat. We could go into this all day.
No,
I don't even have him. I don't even have him top 3. I got T.J. Hawkinson as the 3rd.
But that's because you've been drinking the Kool-Aid, John.
No. It's not that, man. When you have the number 1 rated defense in the league and we have 32nd, it does have an effect. This guy went to the Super Bowl, but he had a much better team. Much better team.
Oh, of course. But the defense was ranked middle of the road when he went to the Super Bowl.
And ours was 32nd.
Oh, of course. But I'm just saying, you got to give a guy some credit, man, because if he didn't,
I'm not saying he didn't do something, but is he the best player right now
on the team? Yeah, he has to be. No way. He has to be. You can't say, okay, I got a question. Okay.
Well, I can say it because I just did.
I got a question. I got a question. Okay.
Go ahead, Mike.
If a guy in the say this guy goes to the playoffs and he has a better season, are you ever gonna say a guy that didn't go to the playoffs is a better player than him?
We're talking about players, Pro Bowls, all this other stuff is team stuff. To be honest,
you're not talking about achievements. I'm talking about look at it like this, right? The best player, if you look back at the teams of the 80s, right? The teams of the 90s, right? Who was a better player? Was Joe Montana a better player than Jerry Rice, or was Jerry Rice a better player than Joe Montana? Jerry Rice was the best player on that roster was Jerry Rice. The leader of the team was Joe Montana. We got that. But the best player, the best all-around athlete on that team was Jerry Rice, hands down.
Right.
I mean, one player can do it without the rest. I get that, but
we're looking at the best player now on the roster is Frank. I mean, it is what it is. He's like the top-rated, top-paid center in the league for a reason because of the fact that just how good he is, how versatile he is, and just he's one of the best players at his position. You can't say that about Jared Goff. People ain't going to say Jared Goff's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. They're just not going to say that right now. You look at Frank Ragnow, they say Frank Ragnow is one of the top 3 centers in the NFL. So that's
T.J. Hawkinson's arguably top 10 or top 5.
Yeah,
you can't put Jared Goff at top 5.
I just want you all to know I did this for argument's sake because I know
it worked too.
Thank you very much. We really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Hey. Okay, let's walk over to the Wall of Fame because, I'm going to strut over here and talk. Let's see who's on the Wall of Fame today. We got our bronze members. We have Detroit Drew, Midwest Lion, Bubble Bowl, John Kapler, Sub-Z, Trap City Boys Entertainment, Art Allen, Jimbo G. What up, Jimbo? The Tornado himself, Crystal Wiley, Steve Castillo, Brian Stover, Bo Garakis, Justin, my favorite beer, 10K, and the Latino
gets me every day.
Silver members, we have Nomas J, Jason Portis, Cap Ice Cold, baby, Batman of the 313, John Martin, and Go Lions. Hey, then we have our gold members. We have Bob Corso, North End Ken, who is just, man, that's the dude right there.
He's good.
Jeff in the D, Larry McQuiston, Turner C. Burley, who always give me inspirational quotes on Facebook all the time. Michael Huck, Motor City Royce. What up, Tristan?
What's up, Tristan?
Dominique Davis. We have Matthew Ferguson, Randall Flag 606, Miles Gibbs, Randy Prince, the Gridiron Blitz, and you know it is the Doctor. Dr. Detroit is always in. To become a member of the Wall of Fame, click the Join Now button in the description or the Detroit Lions on the Prowl logo at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, one thing about the Tristan thing, I wonder if it's like Spider-Man. We're not supposed to give up his secret identity here. Maybe we should just call him Motor City Roars and kind of look the other way. I don't know. Sorry.
Everybody know who he is. Everybody knows.
Let's hope.
All right.
Just like Spider-Man.
My news and rumors topic has to be, I'm like, bro, this dude ain't learned yet. Michael Brockers guarantees a win by the Lions in Detroit, and I would go out to SoFi Stadium to play the Rams. And one of the things he said, he wants to get a sack. I got to get at least one sack on Matthew Stafford out there. But it comes from an interview he did with TMZ Sports. Man, ain't you learned about talking with them fellas yet, man? That was the same group of people who put it out there when he said Matthew Stafford was a step up from Jared Goff and he still was a Ram. I mean, and then he turned around and gets traded to Detroit. So, come on, man. I mean, sometimes you just got to stop talking to people.
Maybe so.
But I get what I get.
I love the intensity, man. I love I want to get a sack. We're gonna win. I like that.
Yeah, but I mean, that's payback. He won't get back. That's all.
But that shows you he's a team guy. But he was a team guy with the Rams when he said that Stafford was a step up from Jared Goff, and then he's a team guy saying that the Lions are going to beat the Rams in LA. Okay,
that was an awkward situation.
Oh man, it's looking sideways. Like, what's up, dog? Hey, Brockers, man. Hey, here's my thing. Hey, if you for your boys, you gonna ride with your team. I get it, 100%. So hey, I don't have any problem with him saying that the Lions are gonna win because he believes in himself and he believes in the team. So we'll see. I ain't seeing it, but I mean, hey, we could go out there and set the world on fire. I wouldn't be mad.
Yeah, hopium's running wild today.
Definitely.
All right, let's go to the comment cards and see what you had to say about yesterday's program or the Lions in general. If you want to get on this list here, you just write a comment in the comments below the video, and then we select 6 of them to go over with me and my fellas. So, number 1 today, Fred Collins, new to the show that I know of. We welcome you. Thank you for rocking with us. 45 years waiting on the Lions. Once again, I have, dare I say, hope. Well, we can fix that. No, I'm just kidding. I have hope for the new regime too, man. I'm sky high about that. Yeah. I'm not so up there about this year, but next year, yeah, I'm looking at that like, yeah, let's go.
Right.
Yeah, hope you're running wild. All right, we have Michael Hughes. Potential cap cut guys. I look at Hayden Hurst at tight end and Josh Rosen for backup quarterback. Could look at Hayden Hurst. Josh Rosen, pass.
Yeah, why not though? What do we have?
Josh Rosen?
He could be really cheap, and it doesn't matter because we ain't got nobody anyway. I don't care. I don't want to give up more stuff for another guy like that.
Yeah, I'm not in love with Josh Rosen. Even if he was at UCLA, I was never a fan of his. But it is what it is. I feel you what you're saying.
Yeah. Paul Tompkins says, I agree with Coach Jones because you're a smart man. The draft video was for the fans, giving us a unique look at the inner working and decision making of our team. And it was really it touched down, it touched me, man, just to see their true emotion, the true workings, man. I liked it, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Howard Sauter, something like that. Loved Lions vid, except including Chris Sims, who badmouths Jared Goff wherever he can. Chris Sims, former quarterback. I don't know. Maybe he's just calling it like he sees it right now. I think Jared Goff has a lot to prove, and he'll prove it on the field. I don't want to make too much speculation on it. I just want to see him do it on the field.
All right, we got Bruce Betterly. I like that name. All right, the last regime was so secretive, the Secret Society, that they did not really explain things to get each other what they really wanted. The players were often confused and discouraged. I am hopeful that this regime actually gets it. I am too, brother. Because the secret sauce, the secret suck sauce was running rampant with this last regime.
For real. I don't know, man. When you are so secretive, your own team don't know what you're doing.
Right.
You look at that confused defense out there.
Making the device slow. Open door policy. Joseph Murdoch. Open door policy. Communication amongst each other and change of attitudes. How refreshing is that? About damn time.
The law firm of Joseph Murdoch and Associates, Esquire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. All right. So now we go to the question of the day. And the question of the day is, would you trade for All-Pro cornerback Xavien Howard? I'm not even asking about what the compensation would be. Nothing. Just yes or no. in the comments below and why that you would or you wouldn't. So now we come to my favorite part of the show, the dessert with my man Curt.
Now I'm a little late on this dessert with Curt, but I want to give a shout out to friend of the show, Eric Slitt. Something happened with Eric Slitt's Twitter account a couple of days ago, and it was like, oh, really? Guess what happened? He got the blue check mark. He's verified on Twitter.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big thing right there. So shout out to Eric Slitt, friend of the show. You know, he used to work over at Lions Wire. Now he's over there with his buddy Jeremy over there at Prowl of Detroit. So shout out to Eric Slitt for getting that verification on Twitter. Big thing for guys who cover the Lions. So we need to have you back on the show. So, hey, we're going to reach out to you and have you back on the show pretty soon, man. But congratulations to Eric Slitt for getting verified on Twitter.
Yeah, that's a really, really cool thing, man, to see that little blue check mark by your name. All right, for my final thoughts today, I'm looking forward to training camp as it hits. Hitting people for real this time. That is going to be amazingly awesome. Today at 3 o'clock, also amazingly awesome. We have our Detroit Lions on the Prowl Zoom meeting. Get to know us as we get to know you. That is for the gold members. If you're not a gold member yet, there's still time to upgrade before that happens, and we can get you into that meeting today. So just click the join now button, and that'll tell you all you need to know about how to become a gold member of Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Also, if we got Free for All Friday coming up, that's always a fun time. We have so much fun, maybe way too much fun. And that's coming up on Friday. So, you know what? This has been a good week of Lions talk so far. We got one more day, then Free for All Friday. But come Monday, it's going to change just a little bit. We're going down to 3 days a week. Monday, Wednesday, and then Free for All Friday. If any breaking news happens, we'll cover that, obviously. But this is kind of the time where everybody goes on vacation, beat writers go on vacation, players go home. It kind of settles down and there's hardly anything to cover, so we'll go down to 3 days a week. All right, Mike, what you got for your final thoughts today, man?
Man, so my birthday weekend is going to be football jam-packed. And for y'all who don't know, my birthday is September 10th because I'm a Virgo.
Really?
So
mine's the
25th. Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm a see. So September 10th, I coach in Jackson against the powerhouse of Lumen Christi.
Oh,
okay.
Good luck.
We have never beaten them ever in our history. So it's going to be Jackson Northwest versus Lumen Christi. Okay. Friday, I'm going down to the Michigan Stadium, and Michigan plays Washington.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and we're gonna get a room, and me, my uncles, and my cousins, we're gonna stay there, man. We're gonna rock it out, right? Then we go on Sunday, going over to the Lions versus the 49ers.
Oh,
okay? Oh yeah.
Happy birthday to you, man.
Yeah, man. Man, I can't wait. Man. So get to see the new regime, get to see how players respond, get to see what Harbaugh doing, if he needs to go or not. We play the powerhouse Lumen Christi. Man, it's gonna be a football extravaganza.
Let's just hope all your teams win. That's the main point.
Yes.
Because I think every one of them are underdogs except maybe Michigan.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, my final thoughts for today's show is, hey, I am having a great time. It's a good week, but definitely football. I don't think the Lions should make the trade for Xavien Howard. Good as he is, we just want to keep rebuilding the team and keep on the trajectory that we're on. As far as salary cap and, making sure that we have enough draft assets to keep building this team going forward. Like Mike said earlier, we just are in a position to make a big splash signing with our salary cap issues, and we just don't want to do that to this current team. Keep it how it is and keep moving forward, building in small increments. So that's what we need to do. All right, so you know who we are. We are Detroit Lions on the Prowl. You're home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. And as always, this is the premiere. If you can't catch this show live, if you're already here, you already know. Hey, if you missed any of this show, double back and watch the replay. It's available anytime after this show airs. And join the family. Subscribe to the channel. We don't have fans. We don't have viewers. We have family. And it's all love right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. To get you some great Lions gear, click down in the link below and go over to fanatics.com. Hey, they do a great job. They got gear for every team. So not just the Lions. Any gear that you want to get for a team that you're a fan of, go over to fanatics.com and grab you some gear on that link. A portion of the proceeds from that link go to help us grow this channel right here. And you can check us out over at bellyupsports.com. I'm telling you, they're going to have some great coverage of last night's great game between the Bucks and the Nets. They got some great NBA and NHL playoff coverage over there on bellyupsports.com. You can check us out over there as well. Hey, it is Wednesday. It's hump day, baby. Get back to work. Work hard, play hard. The week is almost over, and enjoy yourself at work and be with the ones you love. And whatever you do in life, you got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For my fellas, Mike and Jim, this is Curt Steele, and we will holler at you real soon.